Hello, I'm Prathyush, and today I want to talk to you about Kho Gaye Hum Kahan, directed by debutant Arjun Varain Singh. One Imad Ali, one Neil Pereira, one Ahana Singh. One Muslim, one Christian, one Sikh. All buddies in Bombay trying to tackle life, love, and longing. Amar Akbar Anthonying their way into Tiger Baby Bombay, which is, to be fair, Bandra mostly. But religion doesn't seep into these characters. It's a skin-deep stamp on their lives, which is ruled by another religion, therapy. Imad might be the only one who goes to therapy, but the shadow of the therapist's couch falls long on the film and its characters. Everyone speaks and thinks in terms of narratives of trauma and catharsis, breakthroughs and bursts of clarity. The word closure gets used in a pivotal moment that mocks the very meaning of it. The film knows these words are used, even abused, to posture oneself. And yet, it struts on the back of the very same vocabulary. Arjun Varain Singh's debut film, Kho Gaye Hum Kahan, is charming and naive in the power it gives stories and words. It's filled with characters who speak and act in ways that don't align and who keep trying through speech to align their actions. Neil is a gym trainer, Ahana is an MBA graduate flushing the corporate world with pedicured PPTs, and Imad is a stand-up comic. They met and thickened their friendship in boarding school, one that leaked effortlessly into adulthood. There is no sexual tension here, no lopsided love that curdles this throuple. It's an easy friendship that Varain Singh establishes, a broken-in informality where they spend time together, sitting at opposite ends of the room, scrolling through their phones, the stale white breath of that device falling on their faces as light. Ananya Panday, Siddhant Chaturvedi and Adarsh Gourav have such a languorous Sunday afternoon chemistry, as though the film has ripped them off their lives and placed them on screen. Ananya Panday especially has this luminous, fragile screen presence. Looking at her stumble, all your protective instincts flood in. Imad wears the world lightly on his shoulders like he wears his shirts, barely hanging on. But that confidence is also a fine-tuned performance. And Siddhant Chaturvedi really gets that doubleness of his character, of someone who has to perform confidence even as he's slashed by inner demons. Adarsh Gourav's physicality simmers with a pathetic chip on his shoulder, being the poorest of the three and also working with and being around and training the bodies of the richest of the rich. That even the terrible things he does, you don't hate him for it, but fling pity at the screen. The thing about therapy speak is that as clarifying and edifying as it can be, it also does an incredible violence upon the complexity of life, reducing every itch of your personality to a singular symptom, as though we were algorithmically produced beings. It makes life explicable when so much of it is just rough chaos. Characters trade in trauma in weak, faltering conversations. Your ex died of cancer? Hey, my mom too. Everyone is saddled with love or lovelessness as a pivot. Ahana's steady boyfriend turns into a fuckboy and ices her out. Neil's girlfriend is an influencer, as flat and stereotyped as they come. And Imad falls in love with Simran, played by Kalki Koechlin, a photographer who swipes right on Tinder to photograph her matches, part of her Tinder project. She takes photos and they comment on how empty the eyes look. Ajeeb sa khalipan bhi hai, he comments. Huh, it's the digital age, she cements.
We have become addicted to other people's lives.
It's the digital age. सिर्फ लगता है ज़्यादा connected है, लेकिन शायद इतने अकेले पहले कभी नहीं थे.
This is the kind of artist who has, through words, tried to make their art seem forcefully meaningful, cushioning its banality with rhetoric, its superficiality with silence. हमारे काम के जरिए हमारी जिंदगी से डील कर पाते हैं. All these words, and sometimes I don't know if Arjun Varain Singh is exploring this millennial verbosity as a problem or is he inhabiting it unwittingly. So when Imad, a serial flirt, an alleged sex addict, a relentless Tinder swiper, concludes his journey, making an epiphanic U-turn by saying, "Tonight I am taking control of my life back in my hands," it is easy to wonder. All it took for you to get to this rather staid conclusion is a story? Your story? What is worrying is co-writer Zoya Akhtar and Reema Kagti, who have, with The Hard, Made in Heaven, and recently The Archies, made it a habit, a preoccupation to moralize. It reduces every interaction into something that can tumble into a neat platitude. Complexity and world building is wasted on simple-minded ideas. Here, we're going after what being online does to us. And every time you see the film tip towards a moral on being chronically online, setting up fake profiles, hacking, something of value, true value, leaks out. You can really sense the film like a woodpecker chipping away at itself. While Zoya Akhtar and Reema Kagti's previous collaborations were content with moralizing within the sphere of a character or a family, with the shows and films this year, they're casting a wider net to make broader claims on the society at large. Here is where the knee buckles. One of the remarkable achievements of Kho Gaye Hum Kahan, however, is that it is perhaps one of the first few films that gets what it means to be online. The texture, the language, the grammar, the obsessions, the rituals that it has. The opening stretch of music establishing the childhood and schooling years of the Three Musketeers with flashes of adulthood is one of the most perceptive, unfussy and moving montages, full of history in the visuals, full of urban loneliness in the sounds. The multiple photos, the editing, the flexing, the confected perfection, it is all here. I wish the film did not find the need to milk what existed in the sensual and frame it with such starched flatness. Sometimes language does not express as much as excrete, and the stench of all that clarity can be a bit nauseating. Let chaos be. Let me know in the comments what you thought of Kho Gaye Hum Kahan and thought of my thoughts on Kho Gaye Hum Kahan. If you liked such videos, do subscribe to Reviews and More.